So rumors have been going around that Paddy Pimblett and Ilia Topuria has been confirmed for UFC 324. And wow, this is a pretty weird one. I'm not gonna lie. This fight is a great one to make. I absolutely love it, but I absolutely don't like it at the same time. And this leaves the question: what's going to happen with Justin Gaethje? Is he going to retire? Because he did say after the Rafael Fiziev fight he would retire if he did not get the next title shot against Ilia Topuria. Or this was before Topuria became champ. He just wanted the next title shot. And yeah, this leaves the lightweight division in a very weird state, and I'm gonna get into it right now. So Ilia Topuria, Paddy Pimblett, if this fight is true and it is confirmed for UFC 324, this is a great fight. This is an amazing fight to make. Big draw. This fight. They've had beef since 2022. When and that they've had beef online, and they saw each other at that hotel before the Aspinall and Volkov card, and yeah, they do not like each other. And people have been wanting this fight for a really long time. I've wanted this fight for a really long time. It's a great fight, big rivalry. It's been a long time since we've seen like people who really don't like each other fighting each other and like on one of the biggest stages in the world. And I think we need that. And and yeah, but we never got this. This fight never happened because it wasn't possible because Ilya was a featherweight, Paddy was a lightweight, so it wasn't really like a possibility at the time. But now Ilia Topuria, he's running. He's basically the king of the lightweight division now, and Paddy Pimblett is in the top 10. This definitely would be a great fight to make now, and people want to see this one. There's a big draw, and personally, I think Ilia Topuria is going to win this fight. I think Paddy's chin is just always too open. I think Ilia will be able to capitalize on that and crack the chin of Paddy Pimblett. Also, I don't think the jiu-jitsu of Paddy Pimblett will really cause like really much harm to Topuria. That's Paddy's biggest weapon in this fight, I think, is jiu-jitsu. But Topuria, we've seen in the Bryce Mitchell Charles Oliveira fight, his grappling is top level, and he can out grapple these guys. And I don't think Paddy Pimblett's jiu-jitsu is really going to do anything to him. Like he might, I don't think he will. I don't think he'll really affect Topuria that much. I think Topuria will be able to deal with it. I think he'll be able to knock Paddy Pimblett out. I think in like maybe round 3. And yeah, I got Ilia Topuria winning this one. But also, I don't like this fight. I don't like this fight at the same time. It's a very weird one to make, and I'm going to explain why. Paddy Pimblett is so undeserving of this title shot. He is very undeserving. If he was like the true number one contender, this fight would have like the build up to this fight. If it's true, it would have made it so much better. But instead, Paddy Pimblett is coming off wins against 6-fight losing streak Tony Ferguson at the time, Bobby Green, then Michael Chandler. Great wins still. I'm not denying those are good wins, and actually, really, I think really underrated wins. But the thing is, though, he's getting a title shot off those ones. I don't think in 2025 you should be, or right now, beating a 2025 Michael Chandler should get you a UFC title shot. I really don't think so. Michael Chandler was what, number 7 at the time? He was coming off like 3 losses in a row. And then coming into the top 15 beating Bobby Green. If they did Paddy Pimblett and Arman Tsarukyan, you would, and if Paddy beat him, definitely. Paddy Pimblett's the next guy on line, does not matter. But this fight bothers me because of that. He doesn't deserve the title shot. And it makes me mad of why they didn't make Paddy Pimblett and Arman Tsarukyan. I don't know why they did Dan Hooker and Arman Tsarukyan. They should have ran back Dan Hooker and Justin Gaethje. But Paddy Pimblett and Arman Tsarukyan should have been the way to go. And that should have solidified the next number one contender. Because, Arman wants the shot. People think he's next. People want the Paddy Pimblett-Topuria fight to happen. And that should have been the next one to make at that the Qatar main event in November. It should have been Tsarukyan versus Pimblett. And then they run back Dan Hooker versus Justin Gaethje. But here's the problem, though. Now let's talk about Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje said in the Rafael Fiziev fight, after he beat him for the second time on short notice, he said he wants a title shot or he's going to retire. Now, I I love Justin Gaethje. I love him a lot. He is one of the most exciting fighters to ever step in the octagon. Top five, I think top five most exciting fighters. Always come in with a bang, fight of the night and all that. But you know what? It gets to a point. It gets to a point when a fighter threatens their career, I'm going to retire if I don't get the next UFC title shot after beating Rafael Fiziev on short notice. And don't get me wrong, Rafael Fiziev is a great win to have. But the one he just faced, the second fight, that Rafael Fiziev was coming in short notice, number 10 ranked. Like, come on. And then after he beats him, has a great fight with him, he's demanding a title shot, saying, if I don't get one, I'm going to retire. And you know what? If I'm the UFC, if I am the UFC, I'm going to say this again. I love Justin Gaethje, okay? He is one of the most exciting fighters I've ever seen step in the octagon, like I just said like a minute ago. But if I'm the UFC, I'm cutting him. I'm cutting him from the company. We've been doing pretty well without him. And then he's just going to be demanding a title shot. Off coming in off a win against Rafael Fiziev and previously getting KO'd by Max Holloway. All I think people ask of Justin is just to fight one more person. He could have fought. Apparently, he denied the Paddy Pimblett fight, and they could have done a Dan Hooker. Like, if Justin Gaethje just got one more win, I think he would have deserved. I think the title shot would have been, I think, more deserving. I wouldn't be complaining if he got one. But now, him just demanding one, it's just, come on, bro. You're a fighter. You're one of the BMFs of the sport. You specifically are one of the BMFs of the sport. You shouldn't be whining like this. I'm gonna retire if I don't get a title shot. It's just, come on, man. That's not how Justin Gaethje should be. The BMF of the sport. And if he just fought Dan Hooker or Paddy Pimblett, my bad, and won one of those and I think him getting a title shot wouldn't be so bad. But instead of fighting these guys, he's saying, I'm going to retire if I don't get a title shot. And it makes me pissed off. If I'm the UFC, and I'm sorry to say this, Justin Gaethje's great and all, but we're doing fine without him. We don't really need Justin Gaethje telling us, oh, I'm going to retire if I don't get a shot. You better give me a title shot. Cut him. Okay, of course he's a great draw. We've been doing pretty okay without him. He hasn't even been fighting much. We've been doing okay. It's time to promote some new stars now. We have new stars coming in that can also make the UFC some big money. Justin Gaethje's been barely fighting. So I don't know what the UFC, like, we don't even know if the Paddy Pimblett and Topuria fight is official. It's just rumors, but Justin Gaethje, because there is rumors that he was getting the shot, but if he does get it, it's just such bullshit. He doesn't deserve it, and he's whining for it, saying he'll retire. And if he doesn't get it, like, come on. I think they should cut him if he's still demanding one. I think they should just cut him, and that's my opinion. I said it already. They should cut him because we can do okay without Justin Gaethje, in my opinion. He's a great fighter. I love him. So many moments, but we could do just fine without him. And that's how it should be. If you're a fighter in the UFC, you should be stepping up to fight anyone. He should know that he doesn't deserve a title shot right now. He should have asked, he's like, oh, I want to reschedule that fight with Dan Hooker. See, I was like, oh yeah, of course I'll take the Paddy Pimblett fight. But no. He's threatening his career, saying, I'll leave and retire if you don't give me a title shot. And it's ridiculous. I'm sick of how that is nowadays. And a lot of people are too. With UFC fighters, just win one fight against a low ranked guy. Oh, I deserve a title shot now. No, it doesn't work like that. You're a fighter. Act like a fighter. Act like a BMF. So yeah, I hope Justin Gaethje changes his mind. He doesn't want to retire and stays because he is a great guy to have in the company. But if he's still acting like this, if this Paddy Pimblett fight is true and he's still acting like this, just cut him. Come on, man. Just cut him. Like, the UFC should not be taking this. Because they've been treated, after the Jones situation, they have been treated, the UFC is basically the fighters, B word. Like, the UFC just, like, listens to what they say and doesn't tell, like, come on. It's time we actually we finally do something about this. Just stop letting fighters control you. Oh, I'm going to sit and get it. And then you reward them for it. Like Colby Covington sits around doing nothing. And after beating Masvidal and gets another title shot against Leon Edwards. It's been a thing recently. Like the last 2 or 3 years. But yeah, we don't know. Hopefully Justin Gaethje changes his mind. Hopefully he stays around. If this fight is true, he actually doesn't go through his word and retire, because he is a great fighter and I love to see his fights, but we could do good without him. Anyways, guys, that is the end of my video. Peace out. Please like and subscribe. See you later. Goodbye.